Right, I'm not much of a public speaker, but I'll give it my best crack. So I'll try to keep it short and sweet, but anyone that's known me like growing up is probably still dazzled I'm here, coming to church and doing the whole thing. So yeah, I'm still in disbelief a bit, but it's good, it's a great thing. And yeah, at one point I was like super stubborn and hard to convince about heaps of things, and Jesus was probably one of those things that was like, especially like if anyone tried to talk to me about it, I'd just be pretty like, just dismiss it a bit. And one of my biggest things I'd respond with was like, yeah, it's a good thing, like all the morals are great and it's good for people that do it and some people need in their life, but I was like pretty content and thought I was a good person walking around like helping other people out and stuff like that. And another one of my big things was like, how do people believe in like such a, I don't know, hard thing to fathom, like all the, people refer to it as like fairy tales and stuff like that. Like for me, that was like, it was just so out of my realm. And yeah, but I kind of had that attitude of like doing things my way or the highway a lot. So yeah, it was a hard thing to come to, I think, like last year when I started coming. And yeah, last year was real kind of difficult period for me. Like, I don't know, there were a few things that just made life a bit difficult. And even like all the people closest to me, things look all good and I'm pretty like happy-go-lucky sort of thing. And I never really would like share like personal stuff with people, just going to keep it to myself. Yeah, and I'd be like kind of struggling, but I always could find the good days and positives in like situations and be quite optimistic, and so I'd always kind of come and find the good out of things, and it was all right. But yeah, towards the end of the year, I started getting to a good place again and like feeling good or whatever. I got through a kind of hard period. And then right at the end of the year, I kind of injured my foot for like, couldn't walk or do anything for like 3 weeks from surfing, and I got scans from the doctors and stuff, and they said like nothing was wrong with my foot. It was just a bit of tissue damage, like whatever, but like at least for almost a month, I could not even walk on my foot. So it was a bit of a period there where I kind of was at home not doing much, and I watched all the surfing edits and Netflix for like 2 weeks, and I got bored of that. And so it kind of gave me a bit of time to reflect on bigger questions in life, like, how are we here, why are we here, what happens when it's all said and done. And yeah, I had another experience earlier in that year where I thought I wasn't going to see another day, like got pretty close to being in hospital and stuff like that. So that was pretty full on for me. But I got sick just after my foot, so it was probably 3 or 4 days where I didn't move off the bed, just completely like sleeping, like didn't even, didn't talk to anyone, was just like eyes closed, just, yeah, real sick. And that was from like Friday to Sunday, and on the Sunday I just asked God, I was like out of desperation because I just was so difficult for me. I was like, just give me a sign, like the classic thing, like a hand if you're real, like, you know what I mean? Just, which for me at that time was crazy. Like I'd be like, what am I doing? Like asking God for like a hand or a sign or something like that. So yeah, I did that, and over the next hour after I did that, it was just like some crazy coincidence started happening. Like for me, that was just like, I could not even just ignore them sort of thing. And then even I had a vision from this dream I had like a few days prior, just out of nowhere, like as I started feeling better, and it led me to this conviction to text one of the boys that I'd come to the next church service. Like I could not even resist it. Like I tried and tried. I was like, I don't want to go to church. Like I've been so stubborn all these years. Like, and I just did it. I just hear what I write down. It took all my pride to do this, as I always yap to the boys about how I'd never come to church and stuff. Like really had to kind of humble myself to do that. So yeah, when I sent the message to one of the boys and clicked send, I did the full like click send, like throw your phone across like the room, and just like when you're texting, you're crushing year 7, like, you'd be like, oh yeah, I just want to like, can we hang out at 5 p.m? Like, and then just throw your phone like full. Yeah, I was not, was not keen to do that, but I did anyway. I had to, felt like I had to. So that was good. And yeah, from that moment when I did that and texted one of the boys, it was kind of like, felt like someone had flicked the light switch back on, like, changed heart, new lens on life and like the world. And kind of like everyone says, like looking through at everything kind of from a different perspective. And since then, like the peace and purpose and joy, like I feel like you can't find that in anything else. So yeah, I wrote a little verse down here. It says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give." It's from John 14:27. "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." This is a great verse about how Jesus' peace is from the fruit of the Spirit that surpasses all understanding and differs from the world's peace, which you're always chasing from worldly things, and which also changes based on circumstances that you're going through in your life. And the peace Jesus describes is unconditional and eternal. So I thought that was good to chuck in there. And after this, it took me a few more months of research and investigation to solidify the faith. Like, I've always thought of myself as a very logical person, like thinking through, like, the evidence and science and all that behind it. And I had a look at the evidence and the foundation to the faith, which is compelling, just by the way, if you ever want to go have a look at it. And I just hope everyone can experience what I have in Jesus. Like, right here, he is the way, the truth, and the life. Like, I think everyone should strive to live. And I also just got another verse here to think about before I wrap up, which is John 8:12. I came up with this in the car on the way home from Sunny Coast today because I just got back here in the nick of time. When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of this life." And this asserts Jesus' divinity, claiming to be the source and truth that enlightens a broken world. And just after Jesus says this to the Pharisees, they're in questioning about Jesus' testimony and trying to find ways to dispute it and be in ignorance of God, which has been me very much throughout my life, like, kind of being like that, being ignorant. So I just pray that we can all look for the light in Jesus. I think we have something really special here at Anchor in teaching, praising, spreading the word of God. Like, it's just such a good thing, and all the people here are amazing. So thank you for you guys. And yeah, that's a shortish version of my journey so far. I'm blessed and grateful to be here. I hope everyone has a great week, and see whoever wants to come down to the jetty there.